The premise of Too Hot to Handle is for contestants to try their hardest to not break Lana's rules.
I know that's Lana.
But what if we told you there are some rules that even Lana hasn't heard of?
Somebody is lying so badly right now.
Lana's creation. There are many dating shows out there, but not many put all the power into a cone-shaped host who would spy on contestants and call out their inappropriate activities.
That talking little machine that I don't listen to? I don't know her.
But she does serve as an important asset to ensure the singles obey the rules.
It is clear that my guests are unable to operate within the rules.
So the production team had to work really hard on various prototypes to get her right. As for why they decided on the name Lana, just spell her name backwards. Filming schedule. If you're wondering when the new sizzling hot season was filmed, it was actually shot right after the second season at the height of COVID lockdowns, so quite a while ago in either winter 2020 or beginning of 2021. This means if any couples were successful after the show ended, they would have been dating for over a year now and had to try to hide it from the public for that long. They did it this way so their third batch of contestants would be just as in the dark as the ones in the second season, probably still believing they're going on a show called Party in Paradise, instead of knowing what they're actually in the retreat for.
No, it's not too hot to handle. This can't be too hot to handle.
Location. Another similarity between seasons 2 and 3 is that season 3 is rumored to also take place in Turks and Caicos in the Turtle Tail Estate. Netflix shared sneak peek photos of the place, which is ideal for reflecting, relaxing, and perhaps being a little naughty. The hot location is likely scouted so that more skin would be shown, which makes it harder for the singles to keep their hands to themselves. Transcribers. Perhaps one of the most awkward jobs in history is the people who have to watch all the footage and catch the hanky-panky actions taking place.
Oh my god!
However, some of the actions in the bathroom are not very easy to distinguish, so a transcriber is hired to ensure the contestants are appropriately caught. One of the producers revealed that by the end of filming, her assistant was able to become an expert in distinguishing the types of noise from hearing it so often. Cast backgrounds. The contestants usually come from a mix of international countries to appeal to a wide audience. Most of them are English-speaking countries such as the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and more so, they would be able to communicate with each other. However, their foreign backgrounds may make it difficult for them to relate or keep a relationship if they are long distance. Eating arrangement. The cast would always eat meals in groups that were not filmed as producers don't want mics picking up their chewing sounds. Fair enough. They were also not allowed to talk about the drama going on. That can be quite difficult if there is tension in the air. Coupling. While singles try to mingle at the resort, the actual premise isn't for them to try to establish romantic relationships.
And you're beautiful. It's like you're like the perfect package.
Although it would help your chances of not being kicked out by Lana. Unlike other reality dating series, Too Hot to Handle focuses on how much the individual has grown personally.
Kylie, I think that you are a really genuine human. You have a lot of great qualities about you.
They should have shown improvement from originally being a serial dater to now being able to commit to taking their monogamous relationships more seriously. Although, it may be extremely hard for singles to stay in an environment full of happy couples in the end.
I think mistakes will be made along the way.
Price debate. If contestants commit a foul act, they are penalized on their grand prize money, but the amount deducted varies based on the type of misdemeanor. Apparently, producers had a lot of disagreement on the price tag for their wrongdoings, as they wanted it to be cheap enough for the cast to want to break the rules to entertain viewers, but also cost just enough to get other members riled up to cause drama. They actually thought that they priced some of the acts too cheap at the end.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Sleeping arrangement. Being forced to share a bed with someone can be quite uncomfortable, especially if you aren't romantically involved. But Season 1's David was able to find a loophole around it. He told Cosmopolitan, to be put in that environment where you're sharing a room and a bed with a bunch of other people, that was a big shock for me. On a couple of nights, I just needed a bit more space, so I ended up just putting myself on the floor and just snoozing on the floor. Like, completely spread eagle. No phones. For folks who are swiping left and right on their dating apps all day, this rule might just be the most challenging. Their phones were all confiscated when production started, so this allows them extra time to flirt, sunbathe, gossip, and work out. No leaving. Perhaps the retreat wasn't really what contestants expected, and like many of the cast members when Lana's rules were revealed, they were prepared to go back home because they didn't know if they could handle the steam. But looking on the positive side, it's not hard to stay all day for free at a poolside resort with a chance to win a grand prize money. The only reasons they are allowed to leave is if they get kicked off by Lana or if they have some sort of emergency. If they wanted to buy something, they would get producers to grab it for them. Casting. Many of the cast were scouted through social media. Francesca was selected via Instagram and already had a large fan base of 300,000 followers. She told Cosmopolitan, "I was actually messaged by a member of production to go on the show, and I didn't really know necessarily what it was about, I just knew that it was an opportunity to meet attractive people." Others were scouted based on their looks, like Melinda and Kayla, who were models, or TikTok stars like Peter.
Once you get the following that I've gotten, 100, 200 girls DMing you a day.
However, there are some members who applied through casting calls, like Harry, who admittedly submitted an application because he sucked at dating. After being recruited, they would go through an interview process where they answer very personal questions, like how many times they satisfied themselves in a day.
I need to believe myself. Let all the tension out and...
Surprisingly, this didn't raise red flags in contestants. They were more focused on having a free vacation, a large cash prize, some on-screen camera time, and the chance to mingle with other hot singles. Past appearances. Although some of the project's cast members take in the past may affect their opportunities for screen time in the future, this certainly is not true for the Too Hot to Handle crew. In fact, it increases your chances of getting selected. If Season 1's Matthew looks familiar, it's because he's made appearances on America's Next Top Model in 2014, New Girl, The Young and the Restless, and Stitchers.
And we have Jesus.
Sharon was also an actor in Creed 2. Harry, on the other hand, was on a very similar dating show in the past called Heartbreak Island, which broadcasted in New Zealand. In fact, he even won the show with his previous girlfriend and earned a split grand prize of $100,000. Looks like he knows his way around reality TV. Personal chef. Another perk of their retreat, they get top-tier meals served from a professional cook and basically an overall 5-star resort treatment. Season 1's Nicole gushed about how they would cook whatever the cast wanted for all 3 meals. Breakfast consisted of huge fry-ups, French toast, and pancakes. Lunch would be steak, and dinner involved chicken. Harry also noted that it was the best food he's had in his entire life and still dreams about it. Plus, they had a cleaning team looking after their messes. Cameras everywhere. Once you step into the villa, prepare to say goodbye to privacy. There are cameras rigged everywhere in the resort, even in the bathroom and shower, to ensure no sneaky activities were happening. Plus, there are 5 different filming crews in place to capture the contestant dates and workshops. It looks like there are quite a lot of rules to be wary of when filming this steamy show, but we bet it's worth it for the spiritual growth. What rules surprised you the most? Are you excited for Season 3? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video if you want to stay up to date on the latest reality TV news. And we'll see you next time on The Things Reality.